What's on your plate says so much about where you come from. Around the world, people enjoy meals that reflect their history, geography, and creativity.
Some people say it smells like decaying garbage or rotten meat. But nope, it's stinky tofu.
But what's completely normal in one culture can leave someone from another place totally puzzled or intrigued. In China, some foods stand out as deliciously daring. Let's take a closer look at 20 of the most unique dishes that might just redefine your idea of weird. Cat meat. While cat meat is considered taboo in many places, some regions in China still eat it.
This chicken is amazing. But wait, this is chicken, yeah? This is chicken?
In provinces like Guangdong and Guangxi, it's estimated that around 4 million cats are eaten annually. Cat meat is especially popular during the colder months, as it's believed to provide warming yang energy in traditional Chinese medicine. It's often served in stews or hot pots, where the meat infuses the broth with its flavor. However, eating cat meat clashes with Buddhist teachings, which has led some butchers to mislabel it as rabbit or goat to avoid criticism. Historically, cat meat has been linked to poverty and traditional practices, especially in rural areas. For older generations with fewer food choices, cat meat stews bring back memories of hard winters and simpler times. Although stricter animal protection laws have been introduced in China, cat meat dishes can still be found in rural eateries and local markets, where traditional beliefs remain strong. While younger generations are moving away from this practice, cat meat continues to linger in some corners of Chinese culinary culture. Giant clams. Now let's talk about giant clams. In Chinese markets, these massive shellfish are truly a sight to behold. Some can weigh over 200 pounds. Their size comes from a powerful muscle that tightly closes their shell, a survival feature that also makes them tricky to handle. Even after the clam is opened, the muscle can spasm and shoot water unexpectedly, so preparing them requires care. While smaller clams are often eaten raw as sashimi, Chinese chefs usually prefer to cook the larger ones. Stewing or stir-frying giant clam meat makes it tender and enhances its subtle, sweet, ocean-like flavor. The brightly colored mantle of the clam also adds a stunning visual element to the dish, making it as beautiful as it is delicious. Unfortunately, giant clams are becoming rare. Overharvesting has led to significant declines in their populations, especially in the Asia-Pacific region. Their future is uncertain, but for now they remain a sought-after ingredient, combining unique taste with a touch of ecological curiosity. Pigeon on a stick. If you stroll through the lively streets of northern China, you'll probably spot whole pigeons roasting over open flames. In cities like Beijing and Shanghai, these small grilled or fried birds are a favorite street food, often enjoyed with a cold beer. This tasty snack has a long history, dating back to the Han Dynasty, as mentioned in ancient texts like the Book of Songs. Because of their small size, pigeons make a convenient grab-and-go meal. Street vendors usually skewer them, season them with aromatic spices, and grill them over charcoal, resulting in crispy skin and juicy tender meat. A sprinkle of pepper and cumin gives them an extra punch of flavor. Pigeons aren't just eaten on sticks, they also make appearances in dishes like congee porridge or even pigeon pie. Historically, pigeons carried deep cultural meaning in China, symbolizing peace and loyalty. They were often served at significant ceremonies, such as weddings, to bring good luck. Though duck and chicken have taken over as more common meats, pigeons once stood for prosperity and joy. Today, while they're less common on banquet tables, their nostalgic appeal keeps this street food tradition alive. Pig brain. A steaming bowl of pig brain soup might sound unusual to some, but in China, pig brain has been a prized delicacy for centuries. It's especially popular in hot pots, where its rich fatty texture adds depth to the broth. Ancient texts from over 2,000 years ago, dating back to the Han Dynasty, mention the pig brain as a valuable food. People believed it could boost intelligence, memory, and cognitive abilities, making it more than just a meal. It was considered brain food in every sense of the word. In places like Chengdu, pig brain is a key ingredient in spicy hot pots. Its creamy, custard-like texture melts in your mouth and absorbs the flavors of the broth, enhancing its savory taste. Some people compare its mild, creamy flavor to tofu or bone marrow. The brain's prized portions add a richer, more luxurious touch to the dish. That said, concerns about its high cholesterol levels and potential links to neurological diseases have made the pig brain less popular in recent years. In some areas, its consumption is actively discouraged. Yet for those who grew up eating it or who are adventurous foodies, pig brain remains a nostalgic and unique experience. It offers a chance to explore bold new textures and flavors, keeping a bit of culinary tradition alive. Snake soup. Trying snake soup might seem strange at first, but in Cantonese cuisine, it's a beloved dish with centuries of tradition. This rich and flavorful soup is made with up to 5 different types of snake, giving it a unique taste. Back in the Qing dynasty, it was considered a luxury, often served to royalty. Snake meat is believed to enhance qi energy and improve blood circulation, especially when paired with traditional Chinese herbs. Every ingredient in this dish has a purpose. Ginseng boosts vitality, while chrysanthemum is used to reduce inflammation. Making the broth is no quick task. It takes hours to blend the flavors just right. The texture of snake meat is often compared to a mix of fish and chicken, tender but slightly firm. If prepared well, even the snake bones can be eaten. Some herbal shops sell dried snake meat, claiming it promotes longevity and vitality, though these health claims are debated. Despite its historical and cultural importance, snake soup is becoming less common. Younger generations are moving away from traditional dishes that include reptiles, and concerns about sustainability due to wild snake harvesting have also impacted its availability. Still, for those who enjoy it, snake soup is a symbol of adventurous and exotic Cantonese cuisine, keeping a piece of history alive. Fried cicadas. When summer hits China, so do the cicadas, and for many people, they're a crunchy seasonal treat. Eating fried cicadas is as normal as snacking on popcorn for some. They're prepared by skewering the insects, coating them in cornstarch and spices, and deep frying them until they're golden and crispy. The result? A savory snack with a delicate flavor hiding beneath the crunchy shell. The texture is a blend of a crisp outer layer and a soft, buttery inside. Surprisingly, cicadas are packed with protein, 13 grams per 100 grams, which is even more than beef. Eating insects in China isn't a new trend. It goes back thousands of years. Historical records like the Shiji mention cicadas and locusts as food during the Han Dynasty. Beyond their nutritional value, cicadas also have symbolic meaning, representing renewal and joy with their summer buzz. As habitats shrink, eating cicadas is seen as a way to manage their populations while making use of a local resource. Much like crispy crickets or silkworm larvae, fried cicadas show how simple, seasonal ingredients can be transformed into creative delicacies by Chinese chefs and street vendors. Would you try a bite? Dog meat. In some parts of China, dog meat is considered a delicacy, especially during the colder months when it's believed to warm the body. Regions like Guangdong, Yunnan, Guangxi, and northern provinces are known for eating dog meat, which is also thought to promote liver health and offer medicinal benefits in traditional beliefs. Estimates suggest that about 10 million dogs are slaughtered annually in China for food and medicine. The city of Yulin in Guangxi is particularly famous for its controversial dog meat festival. This 10-day event involves the slaughter of approximately 10,000 dogs for their meat and has drawn significant attention, sparking heated debates about animal rights and traditional food practices. Some see it as cultural heritage, while others condemn it as inhumane. What are your thoughts on this topic? Feel free to share your views. This is a conversation worth having. Stinky tofu. Walk through the lively streets of Chinese cities and you might catch a strong, unmistakable smell. That's stinky tofu. This famous street food is bold and unforgettable, showcasing the daring flavors of Chinese cuisine. Though its odor can be off-putting, many people find the taste surprisingly delicious. Stinky tofu starts off as regular tofu, made by coagulating soy milk and pressing it into blocks. Its signature smell develops during a month-long fermentation process in a brine made from milk, vegetables, and herbs. During this time, microbes break down proteins and fats, creating strong-smelling compounds similar to those found in cheeses like gorgonzola. Once cooked, stinky tofu boasts a creamy custard-like center with a crispy fried exterior. Despite the strong smell, the flavor is mild, savory, and full of umami. The fermentation gives it deep, complex notes, while frying adds a nutty crunch. It's often served with a sweet chili sauce, creating a deliciously balanced taste. This snack holds cultural significance, especially in cities like Chengdu, where it's a beloved treat. Local vendors attract crowds eager for the nostalgic flavor of this intriguing food. Stinky tofu highlights how Chinese cuisine is about more than just eating. It's about engaging all your senses. Sea urchin roe with steamed egg. A true culinary gem in China's coastal areas is the combination of sea urchin roe and steamed egg. This dish combines the salty essence of the sea with the creamy comfort of egg custard, perfectly showcasing the art of blending land and sea flavors in Chinese cuisine. The roe, scooped fresh from sea urchins, is served in its spiky shell alongside a rich velvety steamed egg custard. Chopped scallions are often added on top, providing a fresh and aromatic touch that balances the dish's richness. This specialty is especially loved in regions like Fujian and Guangdong, where sea urchins are abundant. Beyond its exquisite flavor, this dish is believed to boost metabolism and enhance vitality. For those who grew up near the coast, it often brings back fond memories of seaside meals. What makes this dish even more special is the effort involved in harvesting sea urchins. Divers venture into the ocean or search tide pools to collect these spiky creatures. Transforming something so prickly into a luxurious, flavorful dish is a testament to the creativity of Chinese chefs. It's a beautiful way to honor the ocean's unique bounty and celebrate the harmony of local ingredients. Jellyfish salad. Jellyfish might look like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but in China, they're turned into a crunchy and refreshing salad. This dish features strips of jellyfish seasoned with vinegar, soy sauce, and sesame, creating a delicious combination of tangy and nutty flavors. The jellyfish's mild taste and unique, slightly chewy crunch have made this salad a hit, even beyond China's borders. For centuries, jellyfish have been a part of Chinese coastal cuisine. Initially seen as bycatch in fishermen's nets, their satisfying texture quickly turned them into a prized ingredient. Even after processing and marinating, jellyfish retain their crispness, making them a delightful addition to salads. Although they're 95% water, jellyfish are surprisingly low in calories and rich in collagen, which is thought to have anti-aging benefits. Some believe eating jellyfish can contribute to healthier, glowing skin. Another reason to love jellyfish salad is its sustainability. Jellyfish reproduce in huge numbers, and eating those helps manage their population. This once overlooked marine oddity is now a celebrated example of Chinese culinary ingenuity, showing how simple ingredients can be transformed into something truly special. Enjoying jellyfish salad is not only a treat for your taste buds, but also a step toward more eco-friendly seafood practices. Bird's nest soup. Bird's nest soup is one of the most luxurious dishes in Chinese cuisine, symbolizing wealth and extravagance. The main ingredient, the nest of the swiftlet bird, is made entirely of the bird's saliva, which hardens into a jelly-like texture. These nests are found on steep cliffs and in caves across Southeast Asia, and harvesting them is no easy task. Collectors often risk their lives to gather these delicate treasures, making them incredibly rare and valuable. In ancient times, bird's nest soup was a delicacy reserved for Chinese royalty. It was believed to provide health benefits like better skin, enhanced energy, and even increased longevity. Emperors prized it not only for its supposed health properties, but also for its mild, smooth taste, often compared to a sweet dessert. When simmered in a rich chicken broth with premium ingredients like Chinese ham or ginseng, the nests turn into soft, gelatinous strands, giving the soup a creamy texture and subtle sweetness. Today, bird's nest soup remains a symbol of luxury, with prices reaching up to $3,000 per pound. This high cost reflects the dangerous harvesting process, the nest's limited availability, and their status as a premium health tonic. Beyond its price, bird's nest soup showcases the Chinese ability to transform simple, natural ingredients into extraordinary culinary masterpieces. Duck tongues. Duck tongues are a perfect example of how Chinese cuisine makes use of every part of an ingredient. These thin, bony slices from a duck's mouth are a popular treat among food lovers who enjoy exploring unique flavors and textures. The tongues are typically marinated in a flavorful mix of soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, sesame oil, and spices, then deep fried to perfection. This cooking method creates a crispy outer layer while keeping the inside tender and juicy. The texture of duck tongues is what makes them special. Each bite offers a satisfying contrast between the crunchy exterior and the soft interior. The flavor is mild with a hint of gaminess, complemented by rich nutty undertones. Eating them, however, takes a bit of skill, as you need to navigate around the small bones to enjoy the meat. For many, this challenge adds to the fun and excitement of the dish. Duck tongues represent the adventurous side of Chinese cuisine, where even unconventional ingredients are turned into delicious creations. Once considered a rare delicacy, they are now more widely available across China, showing how niche foods can gain mainstream popularity through innovation and enthusiasm. Would you try them? It's a small but rewarding adventure for your taste buds. Bamboo rats and bats. Bamboo rats and bats may seem unusual on the menu, but in some parts of China, they've long been believed to have medicinal benefits. People think they can help with conditions like asthma and even boost sexual health, although there's little scientific evidence to back these claims. Despite this, these beliefs have given both animals a special place in traditional practices. Historically, bamboo rats and bats were an important source of protein in southern China's subtropical forests. Bamboo rats are easy to catch since they live in large burrows, while bats roost in big colonies, often in caves, making them accessible. These animals thrived in the rich biodiversity of southern China, offering local communities a connection to nature. Bamboo rats are known for their tender, earthy-flavored meat, which is often roasted, boiled into soups, or made into jerky. Bats, on the other hand, are typically cooked with aromatic herbs and spices to create flavorful curries. However, overhunting and habitat destruction have caused their populations to decline, sparking concerns about sustainability. As China modernizes, the tradition of eating bamboo rats and bats is fading, reflecting changing attitudes toward these once abundant creatures. Silkworms and scorpions. Silkworms and scorpions might seem strange as snacks, but they've been a part of Chinese cuisine for thousands of years. Archaeological evidence shows that silkworm pupae were eaten as far back as 5,000 years ago, during the Neolithic era. While silk production was their primary use, silkworms also provided a valuable protein source during tough times. Scorpions have an equally long history, serving as both food and medicine for over 2,000 years. Ancient Chinese medical texts even suggested scorpions could treat ailments like numbness, tumors, and skin inflammation due to their supposed anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties. Silkworm pupae are usually roasted or boiled, turning them into a nutritious and savory snack. They have a crispy exterior and a creamy interior when fried or skewered. Scorpions are prepared in a similar way, fried or grilled on skewers. Their crunchy shells and tender insides create a unique eating experience. For many, these foods are more than just snacks. They're a connection to China's rich culinary history. Silkworms and scorpions highlight how ancient Chinese people made use of every available resource, blending practicality with creativity. Even today, these treats are popular street foods, offering adventurous eaters a taste of tradition. While they might seem odd to some, they're cherished in China, evoking nostalgia and showcasing how unexpected ingredients can become delightful delicacies. Giant centipedes. Did you know that in China, some people see insects as more than pests? They're actually a source of protein and a daring food adventure. Giant centipedes sometimes appear on menus, either fried on skewers or dried for medicinal purposes. This shows how Chinese cuisine finds edible possibilities in even the most unexpected creatures. Fried centipede skewers are a unique street food that many find intriguing. the centipedes are threaded onto sticks, seasoned and deep-fried to create a super crispy, crunchy treat. While the flavor is mild, the texture steals the show. When eaten whole, the centipede's tiny legs turn satisfyingly brittle, making each bite an adventure. Beyond street food, centipedes have been part of traditional Chinese medicine for centuries. Dried centipedes are thought to have healing properties and are used to treat conditions like tetanus and convulsions. However, eating them regularly isn't risk-free since their toxins can pose health concerns. Still, crunchy centipedes reflect the bold spirit of Chinese cuisine. For those who love trying new things, they offer a chance to expand their food experiences. Their continued popularity proves how creativity can turn even the most unlikely creatures into prized dishes. Shark fin soup. Have you heard about the debate surrounding shark fin soup? Once seen as a symbol of luxury in China, this dish now sparks heated discussions. Made from shark fins, it has long been associated with grand occasions like weddings and banquets. Its roots go back to the Ming dynasty, and it gained even more fame when it was served to Queen Elizabeth II at a state dinner in 1961. Surprisingly, the soup isn't prized for its flavor, which is minimal. Instead, it's loved for its texture. Shark fins, which don't have much taste, are simmered in chicken broth. The collagen-rich strands create a chewy, gelatinous texture that's highly valued in Chinese cooking. The rarity of the fins adds to the dish's prestige. More elusive fins mean a higher status. But this demand has had a devastating impact on shark populations. Each year, millions of sharks are killed for their fins in a cruel practice called finning. Now, a third of open ocean shark species face extinction. As awareness grows, more people are questioning whether this tradition is worth the ecological damage. The dish has become a hot topic, with the Chinese government discouraging its use at official events. Many young people in China are rejecting shark fin soup, seeing it as harmful to the environment. While it remains a part of Chinese culinary history, its future looks uncertain as people weigh tradition against sustainability. These shifting attitudes could mean that shark fin soup, once a symbol of prestige, may soon be left behind in favor of a more eco-friendly path forward. Seahorses. For centuries, seahorses have been a key ingredient in Chinese traditional remedies. Today, though, they're also popping up on dinner plates. China uses about 95% of all seahorses consumed worldwide. Dried seahorses are especially popular and are often compared to crispy potato chips. Seahorse skewers, a common street food, attract curious eaters and adventurous foodies alike. Apart from their novelty, seahorses are prized for their supposed health benefits. Ancient Chinese medicine records, dating back to the Ming dynasty in the 1500s, claim seahorses help with conditions like erectile dysfunction, asthma, and even infertility. While still a licensed ingredient in traditional remedies, their widespread use has put a lot of pressure on wild populations. Seahorses are now becoming critically endangered due to overfishing and the destruction of coastal habitats. Since most of the global seahorse trade comes from China, these fascinating creatures are at risk of disappearing. Today, they symbolize more than just health remedies. They highlight the fragile balance between cultural traditions and conservation efforts. The urgent need to protect these marine species is clear, but their popularity also reminds us of how deeply traditions are rooted in food and medicine. Deep-fried spiders. How do you feel about spiders? In China, these creepy crawlies are turned into crispy and adventurous snacks. From the silk-weaving city of Hangzhou to the tropical Guangxi province, spiders join other insects like cicadas and crickets as popular protein-packed street food. In southern regions like Guangxi and Guangdong, large spiders are often served whole, lightly battered and deep-fried. The result is a crunchy exterior with a soft pillow-like interior. Adventurous eaters usually start with the delightfully crispy legs before moving on to the tender meat of the body. For those willing to try, the flavor is mild with a hint of sweetness. In provinces like Shandong and Jiangxi, smaller spiders are cooked differently. They're sautéed with salt and Sichuan peppercorns. Their springy texture makes them a unique delicacy, often enjoyed with a cold beer. Though the legs don't have much meat, the abdomen offers a rich flavor for those brave enough to dig in. Beyond their novelty, spiders and other insects are a great source of nutrition. Packed with protein, vitamins and minerals, they've been part of the Chinese diet for centuries, valued for their availability and sustenance. Today, spiders continue to feature in street food culture, showcasing local pride and a bold sense of culinary adventure. For those willing to leap, these crunchy critters might just turn into a surprising favorite. Sea cucumbers. Ever heard of sea cucumbers? These squishy, spiral-shaped creatures may not win beauty contests, but in China, they're seen as a delicacy and have been prized for centuries. Known as Haishan in Chinese, they come from the South China Sea and are loved for both their culinary and medicinal value. What makes them so special? First, they're rare and take a lot of work to prepare. Sea cucumbers need to be dried, boiled, and rehydrated before they're ready to eat, a process that's both time-consuming and skill-intensive. This effort adds to their prestigious status. Their texture is another reason they're so valued. When cooked, sea cucumbers have a unique, bouncy, slightly crunchy feel, thanks to a compound called fucosylated glycoprotein. This unusual texture makes them a true marvel in Chinese cuisine. Besides their texture and rarity, sea cucumbers are also believed to have health benefits. Traditional Chinese medicine considers them a powerful tonic for joint pain, immunity, and kidney health. They're rich in compounds like saponins, polysaccharides, and chondroitin sulfate, which are thought to have anti-inflammatory effects. However, scientists are still studying these claims. Despite the need for more research, the reputation of sea cucumbers remains strong. They reflect China's knack for turning simple ingredients into luxurious and revered foods. Century eggs. These preserved eggs may look unusual, but they offer a literal taste of history in Chinese cuisine. Made from duck, quail, or chicken eggs, they're buried in a special mixture of salt, ash, and quicklime. Over several weeks or months, this alkaline mixture works its magic. The transformation is fascinating. The egg whites turn dark brown, almost jelly-like, while the yolks become greenish, creamy, and carry a strong aroma. The smell and flavor can be intense, sometimes compared to pungent cheese. While this might surprise newcomers, many people love their rich, earthy taste and the mix of silky yolk with gelatinous whites. Century eggs are incredibly versatile. You can eat them as they are, mix them into congee, rice porridge, or chop them into other dishes. Despite the name, they're not actually a century old. Eggs preserved longer than a few months would spoil. Instead, the name reflects their unique appearance and long-standing cultural significance. These eggs showcase the art of food preservation and fermentation, turning simple ingredients into something extraordinary. They remain a staple in Chinese cuisine, offering a bite of history with every taste. Can you imagine tasting any of these unique and captivating dishes? Which one would you dare to try first? Sea cucumbers, century eggs, or perhaps both? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear about your food adventures. See you next time.